This is my Pokemon game in Python. So first thing you need to do is import at least this. You don't need the other. I mean, I guess I could. I'm just realizing now that I could do this now. But yeah. And then you'll need at least this variable and this variable. And you don't really need this variable. You don't need this variable. You just need enemy health, your health, and Pokemon. This is all that you need. Pokemon's basically just an input of what Pokemon they want to use. And you can make it really hard by doing this, or you could make it really easy by just putting a bunch of zeros at the end. But I'll make it fair. Basically, you just need all these, and then you can get to the actual Pokemon game. This is just so that they know what they're up against. So, yeah. But this is where the actual game takes place. You do not need this if Pokemon. You don't even need the Pokemon if you only have one Pokemon. But just hear me out. So you just need this if statement for multiple Pokemon. There's also, if you go down, an elif here for Pokemon B. But now, you have to give them a moveset choice. Which would you like to use? And then give them some options: Thunder, Volt Tackle, Electro Ball, and Shockwave. Or for Pikachu, I mean, I have more like Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, but this is just the base game. Basically, and you do need this if and elif. This is for at the end. You can see there's an else statement, and basically this is a loop in case they do something like E, and and as you can see, there's no E option here. There's only A, B, C, and D, and so they get to retry it. So yeah, basically what happens is you take enemy health and you deduct. You do not need this random choice here, but I did because I don't want the users to just start wailing on the poor people. So I don't want the users to just start wailing on them, to just start wailing on the enemy. So it's a random choice of damage dealt, which is just 10, 20, 30, 40. And then this is for this last print line here, where it says you used this, and the other Pokemon's health is now the enemy health. And the reason why you need this print statement is because it lets them know that you did something, and it's not just like, wait, did I actually do it? Did it work? It's just so that they're not like that. But you don't want the poor guy. You don't want your Pokemon to keep wailing on the poor Pokemon. So you have to give the Pokemon a turn. So after all of your moves that execute, you go here. This if Pokemon is for the same reason for this if and elif, for these if and elif, so that if the Pokemon enemy is different, you don't have to do that. And so moveset, it's just a random choice from move list, which if you go up here is A, B, C, and D. And Pokemon enemy, which is what tells what the Pokemon which Pokemon the enemy is basically the same thing. It's just two different variables. And now this, you just print this and then put a timer. So So it makes it that they're thinking, like, what do I do? Even though they've already decided what they would do. Now you have this if moves. Now you have to have this if statement, and then you can just do it. It's basically the same thing as what happened up there, but this time with your help, and this is also your help, and this is lowercase move set. Basically, you can do that 5 times. And now this, it's literally just a rinse and repeat above with different move type names. Go down to the ellipse, go down, and then you see this else statement, which is basically if they mess up and put E for the Pokemon, which there isn't an E option. So yeah, you basically just copy the whole code down here, and if there's an else, it will get x equals 2 and print invalid option, meaning it goes all the way up back to the top, meaning not to the top, but all the way back to the else statement. Let's see, wait, where is it? Here it is. And you can see that there's this while loop of while x is equal to 2, then do this. So since x is 2, yeah. And I'm also just now realizing that you do not need this print statement because it's down below. So there's that. But you might be thinking, wait a minute, this runs just once, doesn't it? And you're right. But we put these two while statements so that it keeps running until one of these stops. Until one of these isn't true. Now, but if this is a while, but what if this stops running and this one just keeps going on and on forever? Well, we thought of that too. And if you go down to the very, very bottom, you can see this break statement. So after all of this, after this while loop has completed, it will break. But if this while is just done, then it will just break out of the code already. And then you can just put this to see if they lost or if they lost or they won. Now I know I could make this better, but this is actually a 2-part video. So I'll need suggestions for what other Pokemon to add. So yeah, put it in the comments below. And to prove that it worked, we'll run the code. You encountered a wild Charmander. And so I'll put Pikachu because I'm just gonna press A. What move would you like to use? I press A, Thunder. What I don't get is, yeah, see, it's random. You couldn't see it from the first 2 examples. It seemed the same, but you can see that it's 10 and 30. So A, and you won since his is less than yours. It won't, I haven't figured out how to make this, I haven't figured out how to make this stop when one of them is, but you get the idea. And see, I won.